Thanks to the generosity of Cedars-Sinai, we were, for the first time in our 35-year history, able to hire a professional chef. Having Collin in the kitchen, bringing his innovative skills, bringing his deep knowledge of food and different kinds of cuisines, has really made it easier for us to use a bigger variety of food that we were able to recover from across the city and to make interesting, nutritious, delicious meals for the people who join us each night.
I grew up in a very Italian-American household. My grandmother was very Sicilian, so it was fish, clams, capers, a lot of lemon. And that's really where I got my passion from cooking. I worked under Matthew Occarino at SBQR for a little while, A16 with Shelley Lindgren.
I think what I was really struck by with Hollywood Food Coalition, and the head chef falls into this, is Hollywood Food Coalition feels like you do food and you don't feel like you have a seat at the table in homelessness. And homelessness is a problem that is way beyond just being unhoused. And you know that you can prevent people from being unhoused by making sure they're fed, and that way they can focus their money on other things.
This is a true civic project, being the first of its kind in Los Angeles, particularly on the heels of the pandemic, where unfortunately there are still so many disparities and needs. And so Cedars-Sinai was just thrilled by the privilege and opportunity to support the standing up of this effort.
Just to be able to bring in waste and utilize products, and to be able just to provide a service and feed the unhoused was something I was searching for a long time. I really want to be able to use my skills to benefit the community in the city I love.
And just because an organization may not have like a seat at the traditional table, it doesn't mean that they don't have something really important to say, to prove, or to contribute. And what you brought and what the head chef brought is beauty. Actually, and I thought that was really important. That idea of beauty and dignity, they go hand in hand. And then there's this other concept of food waste, which, you know, Cedars-Sinai is so proud to have helped you start, like the community exchange program. And to marry those two things, right? Where here are these things that society might be discarding, and Hollywood Food Coalition doesn't think either is worthy of being discarded. And we'd like to bring them both together and elevate everything and the city. And that's what we saw in it.
The challenging part and the fun part of our community kitchen is not knowing each day what our ingredients will be. So a few times a week, Collin goes over to our community exchange and he looks at what's coming in that day. And from all the ingredients that are available, he starts to create a menu and recipes for what he's going to prepare to create nutritious and tasty meals that meet the dietary needs of the people who come to us.
You gotta learn to adapt like the restaurant industry, because you don't always get exactly what you want.
The depth and breadth of Collin's knowledge of how to use those ingredients has really made our meals elevated.
It's really clear that the food brings people together, especially when it's delivered in a dignified way. I think that the partnerships that can be established through true community connection, creating trust in the community, creating trust within your staff, I think helps set a great baseline for moving the work forward.
After one night in the kitchen, I knew it was the right fit for me, and I was sold.
We do not know of another organization in Los Angeles that is simultaneously doing food waste and rescue and kitchen service to people who need it.
When you're here and you feel the energy and the trust and the love that goes into the work, it's a network that endures pandemics.